Let's get this all booted up. Let me know, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Are we all good? I think we've assigned the egos to the best of our ability. And I think we have everyone in the right positions. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to hell. Our goal is to clear out a midnight ordeal so we can at least unlock the disciplinary team meltdown. And let me tell you, I am not good at the combat in this game, let alone the combat in this game on level pain. So we're giving it another round of tries for today. And if tonight I'm not able to pull it off, then we grit our teeth, chalk up our losses, and do what other missions we can do before just moving on, you know? A reset may well be in our future, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Things are certainly going to get interesting around here. As they tend to be when your facility is absolutely fuck-normous. The sheer size of this place, I swear. Kill a few clerks. Give orang the heart. Let's see how much it is I remember to do. How much work did we get on Big and Bad Wolf? We almost got his pants, that's right. And he responds best to red and purple. Well, Reinhardt needs to boost some red, so we're going to bring him there. We're not going to deal with the Night of Despair, just in case we need someone to go get some extra stuff done. Anything that's WA tier, or anything that's corresponding to somebody needing grinding, is a thing we'll send someone into. Other than that, for the most part, we are going to play this absolutely as safe as we can. Right now we want to move these guys down first before we start sending them places, but let's see. Just a he, we don't need you, but... Is it attachment or... It's either one, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, not attachment. That would be bad. We want white for that one. We have all of their french fries and stuff? Yes, we do. Oh, that's not their french fries. That's Yang. Don't fuck around with Yang. Believe me, not worth it. Right, we had that weird setup where we like brought Guile down here. No, his white's max. It was Eugene and Susan we bought down there. That's right. We still send Guile down here, but to work on his repression. Of course, of course. How could I forget? We have the bathtub loop, but I am not sure if anyone needs to be... Okay, we need Eugene in there. Not Gustafsson. Gustafsson's too strong for this. We can get Isabel in on Porcubus. Because you need a purple of 4 or higher. Purple is temperance, right? Yeah. Maybe I should have figured that stuff out before putting people into the bathtub loop, but oh well, my stream, my rules. Angelina has a higher chance of getting white success than red success. What kind of damage do you do again? Red, House Child to the Galaxy, resist red, pretty good. Common versus high. Let's send Corbinian in on white. Let's send Angelina in on red. Oh, that's the ticket. 7, 8, 9. This should get us most of the way to progress as we wait for our people to approach the lower tier. There we go. Now that you guys are all down there, Mr. Citrus, get in here. Kim, you're on bird. Mary, you're on nothing there. This should bring us most of the way to the first meltdown. And we are going to be having a lot of meltdowns on our way over to this. Speaking of melting, Orang-a-rang-a-rang, get attached to melting love. Do we need to work her? No. Do I inexplicably want to work her? Yes. And Mr. Citrus, you touch of the train. Once work's complete, tree should start going off soon. There we go. No, 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 not today. And that's everybody we needed to assign to something until, like, just now. I'm gonna say, Isabel, you stay in here so you can keep going on the bathtub loop. Guile, you stay down there. Gonna wait for Snow Queen and Melting Love to finish up first. How'd you do with Little Red, guys? Oh, you actually did pretty good. Yippee. So let's count the bars before I... Oh, goddammit, Tree! I was so lured into a false sense of security by catching Tree once, I forgot we live in a world where I may need to catch Tree twice. How foolish of me. So bold and so foolish. You guys all stay down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can fit 13 non-melting abnormalities before it comes time to reset everything again. Susan actually has a really good rate on Beauty and the Beast on this one, so I'll trust her with this. Especially since she's honorary central right now. And up, up, up. Mr. Citrus, you can't leave your battle station, buddy. Sure enough, we're gonna need to send Mr. Citrus in to touch the train, for he is, after all, the train toucher general. And what's melting down? Snow Queen is melting down and Susan is busy. Come on, Eugene, I trust you. You can handle this. Wait, Eugene's all the way up there. That's effort. You know what, Kim? I believe in you. Get on up there, you scamp. You runt. We can send Reinhardt back in on Big Bad Wolf, buy his pants. It's absolutely important you buy Big Bad Wolf's pants. I mean, what, are you just gonna let him go pantsless? Hell no. Isabel. Eugene. Corbinian. Angelina. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh goodness, I forgot to send people into these horrible death traps. 8, 9. That should cover most people we want to train right now. I guess we might as well also give the jobbers a workout, like poor Parker of Carr and Mason. Wait, no, actually. You need dog. You need Jesus. Let's see how many this is. It shouldn't be an overflow. And we're gonna be having a purple dawn, so watch out for thwomps. Wait, no, purple dawn, that's purple noon. I don't remember what purple dawn's gimmick is, other than just being a worse purple noon. You better not kill Reinhardt, Big Bad Wolf. Up, 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 I can't forget Tree. Luckily, Tree seems to be occupied currently. Also, I think Punishing Bird escaped. Not that anybody not named Punishing Bird cares. Okay, Reinhardt lived, but dear God was that scary. Look at all that damage that poor Reinhardt ate. And here I thought Reinhardt was supposed to be a tank. Hello! Oh god damn it, Tree. Big blobs moving around, glow sometimes in lower counters. Good to know. Thanks, latest. Also, welcome back. Friggin' Tree. Nobody likes you. Let's see. Kim goes in on Big Bird. We can send Angelina back in on Child. That'll get us most of the way there. We keep a very close eye out on Tree, because I know that Tree is just waiting to fuck on me. And then we'll send Guile in for some Beauty and the Beast work, because this department has more than enough people to handle itself, like hot damn. Punishing Bird is back on his bullshit, it seems. Alright. Come on, Guile. Let's get you some repression. And then we poke the blobs. Ah, the fruit of understanding. The only fruit that you'll be understanding is the fruit of my fist. Punching your butt. Even Mr. Citrus can fight this thing. It's a total jobber. And I'm pretty sure that Orang with the power of Der French Fries' gun can literally solo his encounter. Yes, butt punch indeed. My favorite drink. God damn it, the pun. Okay, I thought I heard the tree, but no. And luckily these things kinda suck, so I can just let this rock on autopilot while I watch Tree very closely. We all good down here? Sound off, is everyone still alive? Yeah. Yeah, Der French Fries' gun has to solo. If Der French Fries does not solo an encounter, then people die. And I only mean that somewhat facetiously. Reinhardt. Ren, Chloe, Franksona, Kim, Susan, let's see, was Isabel, Eugene, Angelina, Corbinian. I think that covers all the ones I want to oh, right, and Burning Love. Because you already worked her once, you might as well stick with it. Something tells me she appreciates a good ride or die. Well, you get back. We're gonna have to do some clerk clearing, I think. That is way too many tree mishaps for my comfort. And execution bullets regenerate, so... Goodbye, jobbers. Sometimes it feels like the tree lets people go really fast. Other times it feels like the tree is practically holding them hostage. Mason, get on in there with the puppy. Ding, ding, dong, ding, dong. We have half of the energy, but let me tell you something, brothers. Half of the energy is only, like, a third of the way to the mission. Or a quarter. Especially because we both know it gets harder as it goes on. Midnights do not mess around. As I've learned the hard way. The oh-so-hard way. The tree's methods are not just inscrutable. The tree is just what we in the business like to call an asshole. You're healthy? Okay, good. Come on and get some, Guile. No, no, no. Speaking of assholes. Now, the bad news is the potion seller is going off. The good news is we don't have to care what the potion seller is doing. It literally does not matter one way or the other. However, we are going to have to work the Night of Despair, so we're going to have to pick an employee to sacrifice to her, basically. I'm going to say Aurora, because I think that... You know what, no, I'm going to say Finn, because I like Finn's giant pigtails. So giant. How do they function? We as a society cannot truly decipher how. Franksona... Chloe, Marinelle, touch it, but be careful. Corbinian, Angelina, Bathtub Loop, Orcubus. I think that's everybody that I want to assign for now, because I am not trusting the potion seller. What's it gonna do? Grow legs and walk out? I mean, remembering that Yang exists, that isn't entirely far-fetched. Boop. I hate you, tree. Wait, for a brief moment, did it look like there was somebody different in the room with Yang? Because I thought for a brief moment it looked like somebody was in there. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's Maybelline. Also, we already have almost... Yes, Brimcon. Back to work results indeed. I most certainly was not ducking this game for 2 weeks because I was afraid. It was prior engagements. Honest. With a little bit of ducking because I'm afraid on the side. Tree, how are you already trying to snare somebody again? And could you not? Real rude boy hours over here, it seems. But I do love when it pulls a faraway clerk instead of someone I actually would be sad to... Not a faraway clerk, a faraway employee. Instead of a clerk that's right nearby. See, 1, 2... Oh god, I just noticed that either the bathtub or some other abnormality. Hello, Oz! Makes bubbling noises. I hate it. I hate the bubbling. Mr. Citrus, you okay? You having a bit of a model glitch over there, or am I just zoomed in so far that not all your textures are... Mr. Citrus, what's with your face? Are you okay, Mr. Citrus? You're normally supposed to look a lot more like you vote in a red state than that. Must be the wind. Come on, Isabel, another ride on the pork go-round. I'm doing good, Oz. How are you? I think I already said that, but... Well, I mean, not exactly good, but, like, doing okay. Sadly, the inner peace has passed. Now he's back to looking vaguely like Stewie. Look, is it my fault that Mr. Citrus has one of the most baffling facial expressions ever? Yes, it completely is. He was born that way at my command. But are you really gonna blame me? Yes, you probably are. You know what? You would be right to, except for when you're wrong to. Yes! We're about to get a straight dose of vitamin D, guys! Oh no. During LobCorp, really? There's neck rotations in. Neck stretches are a type of stretches. Ooh. Do not neck stretches too fast. You might end up being dazed and confused. I wouldn't recommend it. And we are going to have to sacrifice someone to Letitia. I'm gonna sacrifice Dia to Letitia. You can't work with anyone else or else Letitia will be mad. Letitia is a good girl who has done nothing wrong. Letitia is an incredibly dangerous abnormality who is probably going to make me pay the death toll. Let's see how much of this I can get sorted out before we go. Wait, no, I think I did it backwards. You want this. Wait, no, I'm getting this incredibly backwards. You want this. You want that. And it's gonna be a red noon. It is going to be... Not exactly check her profile. I will shortly. Let me just finish setting up my loops. I can check while everybody autopilots for a bit. Nope. You want purple. You want red. Okay, there we go. So while you guys all do your thing. That's not Letitia. That's also not Letitia. Bad things from working other abnormalities only happen on a certain circumstance. When Brooke was assigned to work with a different abnormality instead of Letitia, you get a chest burster. If the work is cancelled before the chest burster is born, nothing strange happens. Huh. Interesting. Either way, though, I'd like to not even risk having a bad case of the chest bursters. Especially when we... Don't you think that gift is suspicious? Okay, so if we get a normal work result, we get a heartfelt gift, and that heartfelt gift becomes the chest burster. So it's not as all or nothing as the child. It's still something ideally not to be super messed with. Oh geez, punishing bird, no. Susan. Hurry, Susan. Work them legs, Susan. Honestly, I wasn't sure because it was a different employee name both times. So the good news is we have all of our energy and it's not even noon. The bad news is that that is not even the beginning of what we're waiting for. And that we have so much more to go. Let's see. Another round of the bathtub loop. Another one of you. I think we can fit some more childing in. I think we can fit in another poop-a-day. Let's see how things go from there. Yeah. It's today's game session is it's time for Oh no! I forgot about yin and yang. I forgot yin and yang. Yeah. Yeah. That happened. Look, I'm gonna be real, Oz. I've played this out like 5 times. And the clapping of Yin's fins as it goes down the hallway just drives all my employees insane. I legit don't know how I would stop it outside of getting the Der French Fries gunman to... Yeah, someone picked up Yang too hard. I kinda forgot. We shouldn't be making mistakes this early into the stream. I have so many mistakes I need to make later into the stream. That is the best strat, and that's what I usually do. The problem is, I looked away from Yang for 5 seconds, and because I have no sense of object permanence, I immediately forgot it existed. Let me sorry. Yeah, this was the warm-up stream. It doesn't count. Nothing that happened within the last 5 seconds actually happened. It was all a psyop. Don't believe Medea. You may say, did you mean don't believe the media? No, don't believe Medea. Tyler Perry is up to something. I freaking know it. Ba-bump, horrible puns detected. Was that what I wanted to do? Yeah, okay. And just to be safe, okay. Alright, let's let this play out. Let's see how this goes. Up. Hey, you. Get in there with your waifu. You already have to be quarantined. We might as well stack the isolations. Also, stack the isolations sounds like an amazing, like, awfully translated anime name or something. Like, it has that Vash the Stampede energy, except translated really badly, you know? Like, they call him Stack the Isolations because he works alone. You know, except for when he works with Ronaldo, which is all the time. You know, let this play out a little, let this rock. Come on, Tree. I see you, Tree. I see what you're trying to do. Don't think you can lull me into a false sense of security. There we go. There we go. You nasty man. Let's let Susan heal up some sanity first before we... There we go. Now it's time to see what happens. Alright. Rin. Dia. The Dia-Letitia connection will continue. It is a time-honored tradition. Da. 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 Uh-huh. Da. Temps. See you. I kind of wish it showed who was currently in the area instead of who was in the department, but I imagine that's probably harder to code. I find that as I tinker with ideas in the back of my brain, I find myself thinking on the logistics of things a little more, you know? As opposed to just going, yeah, no, whatever's fine. Like thinking, how feasible would something be to actually implement? As opposed to just going whole hog and saying, what? No, it's possible. I mean, I figure all things are possible, but at the same time, it's a question of, is thing worth being possible, you know? And that can be a very different question. Mr. Citrus. Somebody play with the puppy. No, 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 not today. Oh my god, Reinhardt, you almost died. Tangling with the big bad wolf. Oh, right, you take extra red damage. That explains why it's been so swingy. Because sometimes it legitimately is fine. And sometimes you explode. And Melting Love is surprisingly easy to deal with if you know what you're doing. But I feel like if you don't know what you're doing, you are going to get absolutely wrecked all over the place. Susan? It's almost time to go clown hunting, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Yeah. You know what sucks? Sneezing. Is there a less fun activity than sneezing? I don't think there is. And oh geez, there are a lot of clowns in red. No clowns in orange, it seems like. Luckily, red has some of my strongest employees, so I think it'll be okay. Oh good, they literally already handled it. Holy crap. We might get a breach on Puppet Day just because everyone there is so slow and No, even Puppet Day, no breach. Are we done? Oh no, they're French fries! One of them teleported there to get all sweet with their French fries, and I'm sorry, but I do not want him to shoot his French fry gun. Now, are they going to walk back to their room? I don't think they are. I don't know what it is that means sometimes they walk back to their rooms and other times they just lounge around in the hall. But I'm not gonna question it. They don't pay me enough to do that. Also, thank you for the blessages. The blessages is. I love when a word has kind of a clunky S sound, just leaning into it and repeating it like 50 times. There's just something strangely delightful about it. And for the life of you, I could not say why. Alright, Reinhardt, would you like to try not dying this time? I'm gonna say this and he's gonna freaking actually die. Watch. It's gonna suck. Either way, that's 2 meltdowns down, and I think it's 8 when it triggers. So we still have a ways to go. Sorry. Luckily, we can let the game just rock out on autopilot for a bit, as everyone gets to their battle stations. You healthy. Tree has not claimed a single victim so far. I'm going to say it's due to my exceedingly good generalship. Not gonna lie, I was almost hoping that Tree would have grabbed somebody as I was saying that. Still, at least if last time showed me anything, it's that you have a surprising amount of time to recover from a Yang fumble. Which is good, because I do not like fumbling Yang. It's already one of my least favorite abnormalities in the game, without the whole Yin Rider attached to it too. Honestly, it's almost weird to me how many item abnormalities exist entirely to be like, hey, don't use this, it'll suck. Let's see, we're gonna have to sacrifice somebody to... We're gonna have to sacrifice Finn to you. Reinhardt's still healing, we'll give him a little bit of time. Marinel, get on Yang, and I will not forget you this time. Holy shit. Marion, nothing there. Kim. It's interesting how, as you level up, the game kind of puts a soft cap on your grinding, almost. Because meltdowns are such a good way of facilitating grinding, because they don't make the ticker go up, and they don't put the penalty on the abnormality that melted down. Which means that for the pure purpose of grinding stats off of Alephi's and Waz, they're actually one of your best bets having a meltdown. Which means the fact that meltdowns get prevented when you clear a department out, but you can't empty the department and ordeals still spawn there. I think it's more of a nerf than a buff. It's a curse in disguise, much like a lot of things about LobCorp. But at the same time, the only departments that have to deal with more than one only the Dawns spawn in every hallway, and frankly, if you can't handle a Dawn with one character, you're not at the sufficient endgame level yet. We returned it, we returned it. Oh no, we forgot Snow Queen. Get in there, Susan. We can take another tumble with... Oh, we never even took a tumble with Wolf to begin with. And most of those are meltdowns, so we're still going to be able to get other work done after this. No, 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 not today. Hey, River, how's it going? Let's see, what's our progress looking like? We can get 2 more without incident. And that tells me bathtub loop. I don't know why I strictly call it the bathtub loop when the porcupus is also an equally important contributor to it. I'm hanging in there. Today has been a day, but what can you do, you know? And we're gonna have a meltdown of 8 coming up. Splendid! Hell yeah, glad to hear. Oh, no, you don't. I was clicking on it, but I had a menu up. Curses. Thankfully, today is not in that category of a day. Mostly just some frustrations with home stuff tonight, but what can you do, you know? Clearly playing incredibly hard video games is the best solution to that. I am very smart. We're gonna have a green noon, and honestly, it's been so long I forget what a green noon is like, except I remember it's been pretty killy. So I'm not really looking forward to it. We are kind of beyond noons on raw difficulty. But if I remember correctly, these guys spawn in a lot of places, so they're kind of a pain in the ass. Oh! Oh no, I have to keep sacrificing people to the Night of Despair. That's gonna get bad. Because I can't just send the person that worked with her previously. Actually, where's Reinhardt? Oh, Reinhardt is behind Aurora. Oh, only the first employee receives the blessing, okay. Thank you for catching that. Yeah, I know they're robots. They shoot the area in front of them for a surprisingly high amount of damage, and they also have a pretty killy buzzsaw. Luckily, I do have the shield bullets now, so I'm at least equipped to defend myself. As opposed to in the before time, where it's just like, guess you'll all die. I keep forgetting that I can grind their marinelle on their french fries. I should be taking advantage of that, because high-level white training rare in this facility. Yang is down, right? Okay, Yang is down. No Yang Gang uprisings for me today. A lot of work is going. I shouldn't be worried because these things are just noons. What? I don't think you got the meaning of what I was saying. Stop moving. Oh, thank God the game decided to acknowledge my clicking just in time. Because I was about to be mad. If we got a tree entirely through the game being like, what's that? I can't hear you. You know what, Marinelle? Why don't you hang out with french fries again? That should get us most of the way to a reset. Still not quite there. Guile, you're up. Very eloquently spoken. Also, you guys can hear the desktop audio, right? This is Lobotomy Corporation, aka basically build your own SCP facility. Navigate robot trauma while trying not to inflict various other forms of trauma on all of your poor, long-suffering employees. The robot trauma is not the robots we're going to be dealing with, by the way. These are more sad AI. These are more sad anime-looking AIs. The robots we're dealing with are more, we are made of pots and pans and we are here to kill you. You'll see in a second. When I decide who I feel comfortable sending into a facility. I don't want to send Guile in. Guile's one of our best. You know what? Susan. There we go. Alright, let's see what you got for me, Green Noon. Pretty much, Brim. Pretty much. Oh, geez. The robot is at our front door. Not as many of them spawn as I thought would spawn. But still more than I would like. Well, what can we do but see how this goes? I know you're in there somewhere, Gonzalez. There we go. Is Gonzalez taking a metric shit ton of damage? No, but Parker and Mason are. Oh dear. Let's get one on Mason. Frank Sona, how are you looking? Not hurt at all, okay. Oh, good to know. Everett, you're handling this pretty well, but just in case, let's shield you up. Shield you up inside this trunk. Is that somebody dead? No, I think that's a clerk. Ooh, big money damage, whatever that was. And I'm feeling nervous, so just in case. You say shields hit everyone if they're overlapped. I don't like that shattering sound. Whatever that was, that did not sound like a friend. Probably a shield already being on someone, so the game was like, oh, okay, I'll take this shield off. Just in case, let's shield you again. Okay, this is actually going alright compared to how this went the first time. Chloe is taking like almost no damage. You know, it's saying fatal damage, but the process of understanding isn't even looking hurt. Yeah, my facility seems a lot better equipped to be fighting robots than it used to be. I know I'm like going to say this and then someone is going to die horrifically. Did you beat this robot? You beat this robot. As your prize, here's another robot. Yay! Mr. Citrus touched a train. Oh, now your health bar is moving, is going to move it. Training team is honestly one of my stronger teams. I'm going to send them down instead of risking a lower tier employee. Oh no, Beauty and the Beast was not very happy with Susan. Luckily, that doesn't matter. I mean, can you blame her? There was a freaking robot battle going on outside of her door. That would give me some hella performance anxiety. So far, this is all going pretty okay. Nobody's dead. No clerks' right activists are back on their bullshit. I can start sending everyone back into their homes to rest up and heal. I feel like someone's missing. Mary, Kim... Oh, Mr. Citrus, right, he's in there, okay. I'll give you a shield just to help get you through the hard times. Training team, how you guys looking? You guys are looking good. Honestly, these things destroyed me the first time I played them, so I was really scared to encounter them again like this. But they're not that bad when you get used to them. Yeah, have a big sweaty elevator grappling match with this robot. Yeah. And it needs to power down, and while it powers down, we make fucking kill it with a side of cheese. Nice. I think we understand the soul all right. We understand that you guys have no soul because A, you're robots, and B, you're dead. Haha. How does it feel being not only a robot, but also dead? Not so fun, huh? We're at 6, and we're getting a meltdown. So that means these next 2 days, these next 2 moments are going to suck. Because we will have back-to-back a dusk and then a midnight. After just having a noon now, the game really backloaded its encounters this go around. But hey, that happens sometimes. Rang. This should get me most of the way to a meltdown, if not at a meltdown. I don't think it'll get me at one because we haven't touched Ice Queen and Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, this got me most of the way to 1, and then doing some work on BATB should get me almost there. I'm not gonna lie. I suck at the combat in this game. I'm getting better at it, but the dusks are going to be hard. Wait, what? Okay, I thought the tree preemptively possessed somebody for a second. Don't worry, I drank. Oh my god, Oz, are you just hyping out over the mere act of drinking? God damn it. Right, Susan, be Beauty and the Beast therapist? As we move on to the third to last meltdown of the day. Yellow Dusk. I hate this one. But I think it was a different Dusk that killed me last time, right? Are you having Wordle troubles? You got this, you got this. I really wanted to say something trolly, but that would be mean. Also, I would probably ruin the trolliness by being too genuine and saying something that couldn't possibly be the word of the day, like, oh, by the way, today's word is banana. You can't say banana in Wordle. It's too long. Silly streamers. I see, you're firing back on me, huh? I threaten to say words, you make me say longer words. Okay, I see how it is, I see how it is. I recently found out how the tale of the Eldar death god, the Yinniad, is going. It turns out those geniuses at Games Workshop set up a Shaggy Dog story. They're trying to collect like all of the swords of the Eldar god of death to resurrect it. Oops, turns out Slaanesh has one of them. So their quest is kind of at a whole standstill. Anything can be a curse word if you really put your sphincters into it. Just really say that word with, you got one. You get this one, tree. You get this one, but I'll be back. Mark my words. Oh no, what happened, Oz? What happened? And I will say, it isn't entirely hopeless. Yeah. And the Chaos Gods seem a little bit stronger in 40k than they are in Fantasy. Maybe it's because they're working on a galactic scale. Maybe it's because Age of Sigmar has a bunch of, like, non-Chaos Gods running around too. But either way, I get the feeling the solution won't be as simple as the elves jump Slaanesh in an alleyway and punch the sword out of them. I mean, if it was easy, someone would have thought of it by now, you know? Nah, Age of Sigmar, and oh boy, this one's gonna need some explaining. So basically, in the beginning, there was Warhammer Fantasy, which was basically what if Europe had elf in it. Then later they released Warhammer 40k, or what if Europe had elf in it was also in space. Then we're gonna shove references to basically every, like, British sci-fi magazine known to man into there. Cause dear god, that setting sure is a patchwork of other stuff. 40k ended up being way more popular, Fantasy kinda stalled out, and so it got to the point where they were like, okay, Fantasy's not selling, we need to do something, how are we gonna fix this? Their solution was blow it up. take the setting, explode it, and replace it with something a little bit less what if Europe had elf in it, and a little bit more what if we just took some, what if we just went super high concept and we did something like taking a bunch of prog rock art, or maybe like a drawing of a wizard on the side of a van, and just made that the setting. Needless to say, it is over the top and ridiculous in a kind of awesome way. For a while, it was over the top and ridiculous in kind of a... yeah, that's probably on me not always doing the right thing with my words. Yeah, I will say, I am glad that even if the setting isn't around in tabletop anymore, they might be bringing it back. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Mr. Citrus, you stay down there. You need to be the Train Toucher General. Yeah, I will say, even if it's not around in that form anymore, I'm so glad that Total War Warhammer basically gave it the definitive existence for it now. Because, dear God, if that isn't not only one of the best Warhammer video games, but maybe also one of the best Total War video games. It's just really, really good. But yeah, the settings used to be a lot more related. Now 40K has differentiated itself a lot from just being fantasy and space. At the same time, Age of Sigmar has differentiated itself a lot from 40K. I like to joke that if the two gods of the setting, Sigmar and the Emperor, traded jobs for a day, they would both be absolutely horrified by what the other has done. Because Sigmar is actually trying to foster cooperation and coordination, and banding the populace of the fantasy setting together against the forces of chaos. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure that if you showed the Emperor from 40K a pointy-eared person, he would scream like a little girl and die right there on the spot. Oh. Oh. That's Violet Midnight again. That's just fantastic. That's what I love to see. Okay, Mr. Citrus, you escaped the war. Oh no. Oh no! Guys, I don't mean to alarm you all. But where is Orangutangarang? Okay. Alarm redacted. We got Orangutangarang out of there. Wait. How many clerks did you run past Orangutangarang? How many employees were you standing on top of Orangutangarang? Oh no! Well, good news, we're not making it to Violet Midnight. I forgot that Orangutangarang had gamer girl, slime girl, whatever girl, slime in mouth disease. Yeah. Sure enough, I go up and yeah, I forgot that he had the slime girl bathwater. And sure enough, now everybody has slimitis. And so literally my entire facility was going to turn into goo girls. Actually, no, I think they just turn into half-melted blobs. Either way, a fate worse than death. So, good attempt. Maybe the best one we've had so far. But it's gonna be a no from me, dog. Basically, to couch things in not joking around terms for River, because River is new here, this is Melting Love. She doesn't look that dangerous. This is her danger rating, Aleph. Aleph is the most dangerous class of monster in Lobotomy Corporation. You may recognize the Aleph level from other hits, like a monster so horrifying we literally have to censor its entire appearance, and the Meat Dog. This is because anybody that touches an employee that has... No, not any employee, but if one of your employees works with Melting Love, they basically get her gift. And her gift means every employee they touch has a risk of getting infected. And if they get infected, they melt into slime. So, yeah. That went badly. Oh no, Brim, what spurred the hello? Are you okay? Brimmy, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Brimmy? Have you been struck by? Have you been hit by a slime? Guys, I think I broke Brim and I don't even know how I did it. Please help me. I've turned them into a very festive answering machine. Oh yeah, right, to save myself the Goo Girl troubles later. Just gonna commit some casual murder. Whee, bye! You may think to yourself, if I'm going to keep making those changes, I should probably keep the employees I keep moving around departments just members of those departments. To this I say, no. Have a nice day. Sorry. Yeah, Lobotomy Corporation is weird. Absolutely weird. It's like, what if you took the SCP Foundation and you made it into an incredibly grimdark Korean webcomic series? Nothing there has escaped once. We actually sicked Burning Love on... whatchamacallit? Nothing there. And then we dragged Censored into the mix, and then we had the Rabbit Squad kill them all after they were done killing each other. I keep getting Melting Love's name wrong. Wait, what? Okay, did it sound to anybody else like the first string of the Danger music was playing, or just me? Understandable. Shitpost away, oh friend. Yeah, note to self. Next time I go to round up the troops, do not forget that orang is in ultra secret double quarantine. We really cannot forget that fact. Because if we do, we die. I don't even exaggerate. Playing that out would have been completely pointless. That was legitimately just a game-ending state right there. Okay, we have Purple Dawn. We get to fight a bunch of overfed blobs. Not to be confused with the Amber overfed blobs. Those are different yet equally hateful overfed blobs. Overfed blobs no longer sounds like a sentence. Hey girl, do you want to see my rock band? The Overfed Blobs? I'm not sure I can think of any band names off the top of my head better than the Overfed Blobs, but let me tell you something, brother. You would have to pay me to think of something worse. A distressing cooking video? Are we talking it sounds like somebody's being murdered in the background? Are we talking it sounds like someone is enjoying themselves way too much as they cook? Or are we talking, I don't know, creepy clown music playing in the background? Huh. What's wrong? You don't like the raw chicky being mixed? It doesn't make you hungry to hear the raw chicky chunks being mixed? You don't like the squishy squimshy chicky? I don't know why I'm bullying Oz in semi-uwu. Not even full uwu, semi-uwu. Also, semi-uwu sounds like, you know when a music genre gets way too insular and you get stuff like acid rock, Afrofusion, electric style and shit like that? That's what semi-uwu sounds like. Semi-uwu sounds like one of those I can't believe it's not a genres. Alright guys, it's blob hunting season. Hope you brought a raincoat. 'Cause it's about to get moist. Can anyone tell me why moist is so much more upsetting of a word than wet? Because it feels way more upsetting, but they both mean the same thing. Wait, did the clerks have that one handled? Did the clerks really have that one handled? Oh no, River! I'm glad I could have that effect, but also cursed. You should have paid more attention in your poetry class when you talked about word sounds. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a tried and true fact that different synonyms for different words have, like, different impacts. But I don't know, there's just something about the word moist that just loops around to being upset. Like, yeah, context definitely plays a role, you're right there. But even beyond that level, I cannot think of the context that makes moist more upsetting, and yet it feels more upsetting on a primal level. Could be impact, it could be. Today is your daily reminder that despite having every wrong business decision under the sun performed, Impact Wrestling is somehow like the second oldest American wrestling federation at this point. So you think it's almost like a feedback loop. You think people deemed moist upsetting, and thus it became the truth of this reality? I can dig that. There's something poetic about that idea. I can see that, I can see that. After all, the English language is one of context. For example, for everybody's favorite example, I think at this point using literally to mean facetious emphasis as opposed to literally, that's a valid word usage at this point. We have brought that into existence. And if you look in the chat, you will now see Oz absolutely losing herself over the idea of some breasts. That was a low-hanging fruit, and boy was I hungry. I'm amazed that that level of despair is your reaction and not despair at me making maybe the easiest possible joke to make in this experience. Oh man. Properly deployed scallions lift a meal up so far. You know? Absolutely fair. Oh, somebody go shut that annoying punishing bird up. Cramping my style. Ah, the Krampus. We need to bring that guy back. Christmas is too safe. We need to bring the Krampus back. No, Alicia. River said no more school lessons. Put the ruler down. You don't gotta play school teacher today. Oh, okay, if you're gonna be sad about it, you can have the ruler back. I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, so we're going into day 4 with no further meltdowns. Interesting flex, but okay. Don't mind us, River. We joke around with each other a lot around these parts. Especially on games where there is not a lot of dialogue to sort of feed off of. Like, the main thing about... Oh, that is a good mix. You can't go wrong with a good hash. The thing about Strong Bad is that Strong Bad talks a lot. So that means there is a lot less dead air than usual. When it's just me at my own devices, well, I give the people a dose of vitamin J. One of these days I really want to make Ducelles, but my family are a bunch of mushroom haters. So what can I do, really? And I'm going to stop here so I don't trigger a meltdown. Understandable. I feel like mushrooms often are like the first texture issue people discover. Either that or they only have like the soupy ones out of a can. And I can't blame anybody who has soupy canned vegetables for not being a fan of vegetables, you know? Or like overly mushy vegetables. Well, I mean, soupy canned mushrooms fall under that same category. Okay, Would it be an absolutely dumb shower thought to say that mushrooms are the sometimes why of vegetables? And that they're not actually a vowel, but for all intents and purposes, they basically count as one? It sounds like a nonsensical analogy, and that's because it is a nonsensical analogy. But at the same time, it also feels like the truth. Huh. Full disclosure, I've never even thought of mushrooms as having a particularly strong taste. They've always felt more like texture to me than anything, kinda like tofu. So you don't mind little bits of taste, but you don't mind the little bits, but you don't like when the main course is like a bunch of mush. I can get that. That's absolutely fair. Huh. Well, I guess the moral of the story is that mushrooms do have a taste. Get it? Moral. Why am I cursed to walk this earth, spreading puns everywhere I go? Like a C-list version of Johnny Appleseed. I haven't even thought of that tall tale in ages. Why did it come to my mind now? This is what streaming does to you. You get so used to talking that your tangents just get increasingly weird, and before you know it, you're gonna start bringing up you're gonna start booking Paul Bunyan for JZW. Paul Bunyan is never coming to JZW. I don't even know how. Would I just make a lumberjack? I can't even make him particularly big. Yeah, exactly. The game has a height cap. I would love to make my wrestlers 30 feet tall. That would be hilarious. But the game has a height cap. I'm sad nobody has made modding tools for WWE 2K that have let the wrestlers be 30 feet tall. All they have are like some music replacers. Think of it as aspiration, Oz. As we all know, hard work is inspiration, aspiration, and perspiration. Okay, a giant piece of cartilage would be even harder to make than a 30-foot tall wrestler. If you could take that game's just flexible enough, but not flexible in the ways I want it. Oh, I forgot Yang again. Forgot Yang again. Is he talking about Paul Bunyan that I forgot about Yang? Why am I even scapegoating Paul Bunyan? It's not his fault, it was Johnny Appleseed. I think those are like the only two like old-timey American tall tales I can think of off the top of my head too. Anyone else? Wait. How could I forget John Henry, the man who beat a train? God, wrinkly pug face. Okay, time for standard operating procedure. Heart. Check. Wolf. Check. Everybody into their battle stations. Everything must go. Okay, guys, from now on, if you see the Yang tool abnormality flash red with "I have to go here," please just absolutely spam the chat with the words Yang Gang, okay? I won't even be mad at the spam, because clearly for the life of me, I cannot keep track of the Yang Gang. Oh no, Oz. What would be hilarious right now? We both know your definition of hilarious is creative compared to... You know what? After everything, I deserve that. I honestly and truly do. Ooh, 2-for-1 special. Bullet shower combo meal. Thanks for being a good sport about me being a good sport about it. Oh no, what is that emote? What do you mean? Well, you see, Alicia also streams, and by the way, she is an absolutely fantastic streamer. She breaks out a lot of hidden gems. A lot of really good commentary on them too. If you watch streams and you enjoy them, you should check her out. She's good people. Anyway, I sometimes ban words in her stream to be a little shitlord, because what would I be if not gently, jovially bullying her? And so Oz decided to turn the favor on me. Because we all just kind of travel in a pack. Wait, why am I even specifying that she streams? I was so caught up in wanting to give her an absolutely shameless plug that I forgot that the first time you watched us was actually the Castle Crashers multiplayer. So you darn well know that she does too. And so does Oz. She's pretty okay, I guess. If you like Minecraft. I'm kidding. She's pretty fantastic too. Really good rapport with her chat. No, don't cry. I was lightly teasing you. I lightly teased Alicia in the "we are best friends and we tease the hell out of each other" way. I lightly tease Oz in "you're a brat, I'm a brat, welcome to the Brat Olympics." She does indeed have a brat chat. It's great. But yes, that is where the ban wars originated, and they will be waged all over. Because what are Twitch mods for if not for bullying you, you know? It's like probably in the Twitch terms and conditions somewhere. Well, ooh, we have a red dawn. That means we're feasting on clowns tonight. My favorite. I think that's everybody assigned to their workstation. I give it a pour over to make sure. Yep, we're good. Up. Well, that's one way to end the meltdown, Punishing Bird. Oh, Punishing Bird, you exist only to cause problems on Not even problems. You only exist to cause mild irritations on purpose. Alright, everyone's done with their... Oh, no. Too slow. Either way, send in the clowns. You know, I should probably preempt by bringing everyone into the hallway first, but well. Ooh, actually, you guys go over here, you guys go up there, and you guys take the down here. Wait, are there any clowns down there? No, there's no clowns down there. What the heck, me? Okay, never mind. Previous patterns. Stand in that room and look pretty. For some reason, they are absolutely mobbing purple. The way the clowns work is weird. It's like, it's one per department, but not one in each department. Literally, one... Wait, did the clerks solo that clown? Oh my god, Gebra trains her clerks way too well. Those clowns didn't stand a chance. I have never seen clerks commit that much murder before. They are literally decoration. And yet they just laid down the law. Which clerk, Brimcon? There was like 4 of them. Literally this entire posse. And I guess Francis over there. Rest in freaking pieces, Francis. I feel like we promoted a clerk once and it promptly thanked us by dying. Which, you know, that sounds about par for the course for this game. There we go. I think that's everyone. Let's see it play out. Oh yeah, and somebody should get Beauty and the Beast to stop having a conniption over there. Right. Oh geez, you're fast! Yeah, we have to kill some clerks now because we can't risk a tree incident happening. Remember, if it's for the greater good of the company, murder is okay. I don't think we lost a bullet tier off of that. We'll have to see. The fact that we have, I think we're really sleeping on the fact that we have Tree and Train in the same facility. Legitimately one of the hardest setups to deal with in LobCorp, period. You do not want to be on the receiving end of a tree train. At least yin and yang don't feed off of the tree train. But their feedback loop with each other is just not preferential. There's worse abnormalities to have. I, for one, am very much unhappy that Wolf and Little Red are on literally opposite sides of the facility, for one. God, now I'm remembering when the game literally decided to start cheating to beat me. That was rough. I'm not gonna lie, that was rough. Exactly, that's the sort of the core theme of this facility. Oh god, look out. Yeah, enough jobs are starting to complete them to slow down. I'm gonna get treed. Yeah. Can we actually make it to the midnight this time? We'll find out. Oh damn, Spider Bud is never happy. Which, I mean, isn't surprising, considering it's just a mob of spiders. Whatever midnight we get, I hope it isn't another violet. I hope it's green. From what I hear, green is easy mode. Or if the main problem is getting there. Wait. Are we gonna have... From what I know of green, it involves a lot of precise movements. Oh god, Orangarang is gonna make that so much harder. As well as everybody with a short-range weapon, from what I remember. I need to find everyone with a paw or claw-type weapon and basically tell them to buzz off. This may prove... Even green may prove more complicated than I had hoped. Because that's 3 separate groups of people I have to keep the tempo down for. Ooh, Blue Noon coming up. It has been a while since Blue Noon. And that one's really just kind of assemble the Doom stack. And prepare for Big Bird to be a prima donna. Execution bullets... Well, no. Well, I'm gonna be losing a lot of clerks anyway. I don't know. There's legit trade-offs to consider here. To just murdering as many clerks in the facility as possible because execution does not count for Big Bird purposes. Maybe only clerks that are in range of one of the sweepers? I don't know. That's the hard part about Lobotomy Core. Gotta use your brain. All the energy, but that's just half of the game. Did I buy the wolf pants? I forgot to buy the wolf pants. There we go. Not gonna lie, the fact that an utter manlet like Punishing Bird makes such a hilariously loud, meaty thwacking sound, I love it. Had everyone up in a nice central location, except for you. And except for you. There we go. Now the main problem here is that Mr. Citrus may just get absolutely ganked by the sweepers. So maybe actually we should start on, like, here to prevent that from happening if need be. Just so we can prioritize to going where he is. That'll also let us prioritize dogpiling Big Bird if he decides to get uppity about the clerks getting killed. Meanwhile, I can send Susan in with the Ice Queen. Right, good news is there are no fixers near Mr. Citrus. Oh, there's no fixers topside? Oh, that's huge. That is absolutely massive. You have, like, the best armor and weapon in the game. You can handle them by yourself. I can just quickly kill this clerk's person. This facility's clerks, just so they don't cause a fuss. There we go. Sweep that, sweepers. Oh, that's right, you can't. Nothing for you to sweep. We didn't get a single one spawning topside, did we? No. I think I got my terminology mixed. Why are you up here? Oh, right, because you started this. Come on, don't be shy. Engage. Wait, then again, you have a gun. You can engage them at your pace. Eh, who cares? You're bustedly overpowered. Wait, what? How did they get Gonzalez? Gonzalez actually has stats. We're making the run for midnight. I can't just make exceptions willy-nilly for Gonzalez. No matter how badly I want to. What did we lose? Oh, never mind. Wait, no, we can afford we can afford a spare. It's a tough decision, it really is. I think for the time being, we let Gonzalez's death play out. But if we do need another reset, well, if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna fight you guys on it. Because I very much do prefer Gonzalez's emphasis on the gun to be alive. Yeah, Orang is freaking invincible. Yeah, I really don't know what happened with Gonzalez there. That was a perfectly good death ball. Grade A. Top-notch koala. Oh dear, they've split up. I really don't want to deal with Big Bird if I don't have to, and these bullets don't count towards pissing him off. Wonderful. Then again, let's check what Letitia's gear is weak to, because that probably explains it. No, Letitia's gear endures everything except Pale. No, let him come to you. Let him come to you. There we go. Again, if it comes down to Gonzalez or literally completing this impossible mission, I'm gonna have to give it to mission complete. But we're only on day 6 still. We have a long way to go before we can start saying anything concrete about how the day is going. And there is still plenty, and I mean plenty, of room for me to botch this. Everyone back in your places? Yes, excellent. Ooh, what you having? Nice. Wait, what? Oh, I sent too many people into too many places, and now everything is melting down before I'm ready. Whoops. Oh, well, we have all our energy needs, and oh, green dusk. That is a new one. We really did fail Gonzalez, huh? Why couldn't it have been Parker of Carr instead? Why? Been there from the beginning? I think he was the one that discovered the secret of it's bald. Come to think of it, didn't we lose, like, LaMarcus too at one point? Although I think by that... Right, LaMarcus discovered the secret of you're bald. We've lost both of our bald buddies. We may need to make a second one at some point. I'm having empty nesting feelings, but for bald people... Oh dear, this isn't going as hoped. Yeah, so far this session hasn't been going fantastic. I find it weird that the number of bullets you have literally directly correlates to the number of clerks out on the field. Oh shit, Reinhardt's gonna bite the big one too, isn't he? Wait. Wait! Oh my god, Reinhardt clutched it. In a facility full of setbacks, disappointments, mistakes. Me rushing that one task way too quickly and leading to an overflow. And now a purple dusk. One man stands tall above the tides, and his name is Reinhardt. He, of the ability to not totally suck at this. He will forever have my gratitude and my respect, in that order. Hello, Retort! Good to see you again. How have you been? Not gonna lie, I have no clue how green dusk works. Welcome back. I'm wondering how green dusk works because I frankly haven't a clue. Oh god, for a second I thought one of them actually attacked Punishing Bird, but luckily I think they're programmed not to actually give in to its provocations. Remember, if a bird picks a fight with you, just be the bigger man and give it your wallet. Oh boy, lots of ads. Well, I'm gonna be death balling up just in case, but... God, if this game didn't have a pause button, I would be so screwed. Because all I do is pause this thing to reassess my next move. Oh geez, train. So do the shielding in the elevator. Not the main room, that makes sense. Because they're all basically overlapped. Alright, I can dig that, Where we must reach. We've constructed a looming tower. I'm in danger. The good news is there's almost no towers up there. The bad news is there's a lot of towers down there. Luckily, that means one of these is indeed in the French fry zone, but I'm gonna have to get moving when I return from a brief bathroom break. Be right back, guys. Got the placeholder up. Oh boy. Hello guys, I'm back. I made muffins. Thank you for the recommendation to bake in the bathroom. Alright, so you go in. Everybody else get red. E. Get it? We are absolutely going to get a big bird breach, aren't we? Oh no, Mr. Citrus, you shouldn't be here! Run, boy, run! No, Mr. Citrus, don't be a hero! Meanwhile, Orangarang has got it going on. Oh, okay, these things make job. Oh, they don't just make jobbers, they also make scary boys. Alright, one down. And that bald man is going for it. Heroes come in many shapes and sizes, most of which begin with a distinct lack of hair follicles. And you know what? If anyone can make the run, I think you can, Mary. Touch that train. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Just full-on heedless rush. Ooh, that's a full facility heal. And this is a full facility disaster. Actually, no, it's not. No one's really taken much damage. But just in case, let's heal the guy in the front of the line. Slap everyone that's overlapping with some shields. One more round of shields for good measure. Let's get down here before this facility just gets absolutely cracked. Mr. Citrus, please resume your rightful throne. Ooh, Amber Midnight, doable, slow, and cautious? I think I can handle slow, doable, and cautious. Mr. Citrus? Mr. Citrus, no. You stay there. So Amber Midnight should be okay as long as I have maybe one person on train touching duty. Guys, kill the doubts first. Come on. Get an early shield up. Get a slightly later shield up. Guys, there is one still alive. What are you doing? Wow, I don't even need to worry about Orang. Look what he did off screen. Dude's kind of a G. Oh, thank God. I thought Kim was dead for a second. You gotta sign into the room, not the enemy itself. Wow, that was exceedingly doable. I know there's like one doubt left. There he is. Big Bird is somehow managing not to be a freaking narc. Good. I think we can turn things up to autopilot a little. So you're saying all Amber needs is for me to just have a little patience? But that was Green Dawn, so... Damn, we did it. No problems. So I know so far the way the worms seem to work is that the little ones are just a big batch of worms. The big ones run into walls and summon little ones. What does Large Lad do? Do preparations and you'll give me the rundown. Cool. Well, preparations seems like it's really just A, Death Ball, B, do tasks until Death Ball o'clock. Oh god, it summons the medium ones? I hate the medium ones. Then again, that does fit the pattern, so I can't be too perturbed. Which elevator has the connection to the most main department rooms? Because this could snowball really. Oh, there's a limit to how many they summon? So you're saying the solution is almost slowly chip away at it while you let it run wild? And then just have Mr. Citrus in position to dodge trains if he needs to be? That makes sense. Oh no, what'll kill the game? What'll kill me first? The game or the engine? One of those central elevators, that makes sense, because from there you can pretty easily get to upper, middle, there. It's not too much of a shimmy to get there, but that's still 3 rooms in easy access. Closest you could get here is 2, and that's in a cramped hallway. And of course, Orang can always chip away if need be. This seems the most doable of them, honestly. If the game literally resorts to killing my computer so it can kill me, I'm done. I will rise to most any challenge, but that's one where I would tap out no matter what. That is true. By definition, I can't exactly play a game if my computer is literally Kentucky Fried by it. Man, you know confidence? You guys are totally filling me with the opposite of that right now. No, it doesn't, but Lobotomy Corp is an incredibly buggy game. It is held together with duct tape, prayers, and abnormality magic. And from what these guys are saying, it sounds like this fight comes with a bad case of the memory leaks. Oh, so it's basically Violet Noon if Violet Noon had ads. That's not terrible. It could be worse. So wait, you're telling me the game breaks even harder as we get into it? You're telling me this is not even the final form of the game's bugginess? How much is the dusk limit, or is that really a question of pay attention and see? In which case, yeah, fair cop. Wait. There's a disturbance in the forest, Mr. Citrus. Ooh, so the late game can get busy. Good to know. And of course, our good friend Orang will be... I think it goes to 50? 6 dusks. So basically a full dusk infestation on top of the midnight. In which the midnight's entire gimmick is cause dusk infestation. You know a worst case scenario? This honestly sounds like the opposite of that. And I'm guessing the fact that it digs around means the rabbits are counterproductive at best and actively harmful at worst. Oh no, the final fight gets really absurd. No, you know what the real disaster is gonna be? If this thing kills Big Bird. If this thing kills Big Bird, we're in trouble. Not kills, breaks out Big Bird. But then again, we can send the rabbits on Big Bird. Is it worth it to head to the dusk, or wait? Wait, there's 2 dusks? Goodbye, clerks. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi. When the worm gets a squelchin', then the party gets, out of there. They look even bigger than they usually do. Ooh, it's doing kind of like an antlion dealio. Oh, and then it retreats, okay. I should remember to move you into a hallway. Probably. Yeah. Okay, thank God. I thought somebody died. I thought somebody died, but no, it was just Big Bird being a little punk. Wait, hold on. Big Bird is getting out in Central, right? Big Bird's getting out in Central. Both of these things are also in Central. Seems like a no-brainer to me. They might as well do something while I wait. Oh, God damn it. And yeah, I feel what you mean. Game's getting laggy. Yeah, they can at least put Big Bird back in his cage. And maybe get those hostile entities? I don't think they're gonna make it to the hostile entities. I see what you mean when you say lag and memory issues. Wait. Oh no. Mr. Citrus and Gonzalez. I forgot to check on him. This is to shoot out the memes episode. So many perfectly good stream memes dying like flies. But it's okay. They shall be resurrected when we enter the new world. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. think the rabbits are actually gonna stay active for a good bit. Wait, no, I think the rabbits might be done. Wait, no, Big Bird is still walking around. There's a good chance of him sticking around. Not here for a long time, but they're here for a time at least. They say hi, they leave. Nobody's in the room. They're not coming in anywhere where I can interact with them. Oh, wait, 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 wait. Oh, the rabbits are on one of them. The rabbits are on one of the eternal meals. Yeah, the big worms are the midnights. We will have to do some train spotting. Luckily, we're in elevators, so we're actually poised really well to dodge trains. Are they off sync? I'm too lazy to fight through these worms, and I'm too concerned about the train. Exactly. I don't want to walk through hallways. I would rather dodge the train on these surprisingly generous elevators. See what I mean? Easy. What's a train? I never heard of her. You got one at half health and one at like a third health. Oh my god, game. Are you really going to be playing the basic music on this? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Wait, why am I still counting? The game's paused. Also, I think Orangarang either didn't even need to dodge a train, or he might have just tanked it. 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi. Oh no. Guys, run this way, please. That was some real risky business by the end. Oh, we're at the limit! We're at the limit! Everybody to the limit! The game is to the limit! Everybody come on for Hogwa Gods. Goodbye, clerks. I don't think there are any left alive for Big Bird to have a problem with. Yeah, wow. Boom! 1 down! Another one? Don't mind if I do. This is the perfect meal after all. And your boy is hungry. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. You know what? I'm gonna do something risky. The rabbits are still in there? Girl! Girl, why you hunting at this point, girl? Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi. I don't even know why I'm counting anymore, because they're not going to spawn anything. Okay, let's get in here and not move until the train comes. Because the rabbits want to spend all their time incredibly inefficiently ambling around instead of, Oh, thank God. This is an easy train to dodge. Now we just wait. Oop, orang, it's your time! Put on the deeps. He's not doing much, but by God, is he doing it with pride. The rabbits don't seem to... I don't think the oh, they're good, they're done. I'm just gonna let things play out from here. But, guess who got promoted to Train Toucher General because everyone he could give Goo Girl disease is dead? That's right, orang. You are no longer a leper, if only because, dear God, you're surrounded by corpses and you can't give those the ick. And honestly, if anybody can fight his way out of being sandwiched, it's probably orang. Oh no, not punishing bird. Now we play the waiting game. We have a Train Toucher General, a single half-dead bug. More than half-dead, honestly. You're not wrong, he could end up surrounded. You mean like that? Hey, good news. It's free damage real estate. Again, I don't think Orang is going to be doing much of anything to this thing, but boy is he trying his best. I don't even think we're going to have to deal with any integer overflows. I think we just have this. Sure, we have a lot of facility to clean up, but that gives you a lot of energy doing so, right? Alright, come on guys, it's a crescendo. Mob him, mob him, mob him! Get his ass! Rang, get in there. We did it! We beat the midnight! Now we have to beat the dusk. And beating the dusk is pretty much the exact same procedure. Orang, shoot this boy in the butt for me, would you? Dear God, Orang! That damage! Umph! He killed a lot of the little ones, and he put a hell of a hurting on the big ones. Yeah, it's basically pest control time now. Unfortunately, this is the boring part. How much, whatchamacallit, energy do you get for a midnight? Because summoning the rabbits was honestly a pretty shitty decision. It seemed like a good idea in the moment. Well, actually, no. Getting rid of Big Bird was invaluable. So I'm going to say that was a great decision. But it did eat up a lot of my energy. $25%, so we basically would have to work like 1 or 2 more days. Now is the hard part. Waiting for these things to choose a remotely accessible hallway to spawn in. Because by the time you get up there, they gone. It actually might be a good idea to split our little task force in 2. Just so half can be in one elevator and half can be in another. Because these things don't really do a lot of damage. Up. Orang. Gotta touch the train, bruv. Yay. I keep calling them days, you're right. In my defense, what are words, really? Oh, oh, oh! Are you doing the opposite of approaching me? One down, soon to be 2. This is indeed a Yesod bargain sale. What? What? I'm sorry. How did you guys walk in front of this thing? I'm sorry. I was aiming to have them behind the dusk. Look, a lot could have happened there. I did not expect them to walk in front of it. I am exceptionally mad. I walked in front of it, you guys. Aw, thanks, Cicada. You know what? Next time I'm going to wait for the thing to move away from the door a little bit before I declare an attack. Oh. What's with all my Zayians? Is it because your entire department is dead? Okay, guys, go down there and then wait. Okay, have you all waited? Now you may advance. What? Oh, she was the one that was in a panic earlier. Wait, no, she wasn't. Huh, how'd she die? Oh, well. I'm kind of at the point where I don't super, like, care? I want to at least do some stuff before I memory repository. Oh wait, memory repository is not the same as the reset, right? Do me a massive favor and remind me what, like, the like, what do I keep if I memory repository? Because I might do that instead of a full reset. Or I might just hire a bunch of new employees because I am filthy rich with lobs. Like, let's see who we lost. We lost Reinhardt and Aurora? What? Oh yeah, right, they're also... Interestingly, this department does not have a penalty on it, but I think that's because the knight survived. I'll have to decide on best course of action, I think. Because I think I can buy enough lob and hire enough jobbers to get around my problems. Because we have 50 lob points currently. And we have a lot of ego boxes and a lot of gear. Like, let's see what was lost. Is this the best time to be doing this? Maybe not. Am I going to be completely incapable of focusing until I do? Yes. I love how you... Just by looking at these numbers, you can see which abnormalities I use and which abnormalities I really couldn't care less about. That's everything, okay. Now we play the waiting game. Couldn't care less is a fun phrase. You're right there. Wait. I think all the big ones are dead. Guys, I think I'm playing the waiting game with absolutely nothing. I think I'm hiding in a bunker from a bunch of little wiggle worms while the disaster music plays. Yeah, needless to say, when we come back to this in another week or 2 weeks, I gotta figure out what my schedule is looking like. Oh boy, we're gonna have a lot to unpack. Okay, it's just a wiggle worm. You can take it. Orang, you're gonna want to get down there, like, pronto. Orang, why are you taking Central? Just get in the nearest elevator. Yes, midnight done, and now we just have to survive the day. If the day ends because Orang decided to try and pass through Central to get to that train, I am going to scream. Okay, game. Can't be worse than everything else you've thrown at me so far. See? There we go. Come on, everybody. It's been a hell of a day. Get back to your offices. Oh my god. Luckily, the majority of my higher tier employees survived. We even still end the day with 100 employees with a big prudence, so... From my perspective, this is an absolute win. What are numbers, really? God, this is the quietest my facility has been. It's legit a little disconcerting. After everything we've been to get to this point. Yeah, we basically fought the freaking universe. If the universe was a giant worm. A giant hungry man. At this point, I'm just using whoever's left to grind boxes. Also, the game is still in first trumpet. Man, is the game still in first trumpet. I think there's just a perpetual aura of doom and gloom hanging over our facility now. Yeah? You don't gotta tell me twice. Oh no, you don't, Orang-Orang. You get down there. Whew, he didn't get anyone. Yeah, we're buying a lot of employees after this. Holy shit. Like, I'm so desperate I'm working Parasite Tree. That's how desperate I am to just get big boxes as painlessly as possible. No, it's still not over. It's like a mother dealing with her unruly kids and her fucked up pets. That's exactly what Lobotomy Corp is like. And you know what? Usually when I'm in a spiral like that, I reset the game. But fuck it, I've come too far to let a little wiggle worm killing a bunch of jobbers get me down. This game has pushed me. This single mission took a shit. Oh, the game, I actually got jump scared by the music changing. What the fuck? Holy shit. I got jump scared by the music changing. Oh dear Neptune. Icona, Rin, you two get your candy asses down there. I don't give a fuck at this point. You guys move it or lose it. This is bad. This is actually pretty bad. Do I have enough people to work everything? Has suddenly become a very important question. I think I do. Mother, the red shoes. Letitia. This is day, I don't remember. We're grabbing energy and we're running. Red Shoes and Letitia can't breach, so I don't mind them having a meltdown comparatively. Yeah, next memory repository would be 41. We actually would lose a lot of progress if we memory repository. What? Who just went off? I want names. I think the heart going off got me. Or maybe Letitia. But it's okay, it's okay. For everyone that went off, we're having another one that's going on. Because we get to work all of our A-lifts and WAs twice this go around. Literally, they both went at the same time. I legitimately don't know if I can end the day. Well, I'm sure once I work my A-lifts again, I will be able to. I'm overreacting. Right? Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, believe me, I'm keeping a close eye on every train at this point. Guys, I have never been so scared in my entire freaking life. Oh no, what's your risky plan? Never mind, we're gonna make it. Also, Frank Sona has bubblegum now. I get what you mean. Spam them because they're quick and we can get over the line before the countdowns go. Rather than the A-lifts where them taking too long got me into this mess. I see, I see. How are we ending on time today? I thought we were either gonna be early or we were gonna be late. But no, cutscenes notwithstanding, we're actually gonna be perfectly on time. 61% survival rate. Almost half of the facility died. We had no problems with the midnight. We had a problem because 9 people decided to throw themselves in front of a fucking worm. I want you guys to remember this. I want you guys to remember what happened here. All was well and dandy until everyone threw themselves in front of a worm. Now, I'm not going to be resetting the game quite yet. There's a small handful of things I want to do first. Firstly, I want to do... That is a win. A win is a win. I want to do Tiferet Meltdown. Now, you may say, doesn't Tiferet Meltdown require you to fight another midnight? One of the tools in my facility will allow me to cheese that and never have to deal with that. It doesn't matter if I don't do it the fair way. It matters if I get the Tiferets to calm themselves down. So that's one thing. No, I'm not going to be memory pulling. I'm pushing on. I have not gone back a single time this playthrough, and I am continuing that until we cannot go any further. And then we will start fresh from day 1. But first, I want to do Tiferet's mission. And, depending on how cheesable they are, some of Hakma's missions. Because I think we have enough jacked characters and lob points to basically just push our way past his missions. And having broken stat caps for getting into the later parts of the game seem pretty useful to me. So I want to do as many of his missions as I can. None of these guys are Apocalypse Bird because none of them are animal. They're all fairy tale type, right? Actually, let me check Judgment Bird really quick. Okay, Judgment Bird is 00262. So I cannot do Apocalypse Bird. Oh no. Left is an easy early at game Abno. Middle is forgot. Right is... I feel like right has to do with the night and stuff, but I'm not sure. Either way, at this point, if there's an easy early game Abno, I will freaking take the easy early game Abno. Because I am in Let's Just Survive. Right's a bit of a pain in the ass. Or I could re-roll and see if we get what we need for Apocalypse Bird. Am I a mad enough lad to consider fighting freaking Apocalypse Bird when I just had myself absolutely thrashed? Maybe I am. We did not get Apocalypse Bird. Unbearable sorrow, mournful obsession, lengthy hairs. Bearing hope to return to dust, go back to the grave with all that desires to live. And don't look away, keep your eye on it, contain it in your sight. I have heard of this one, and it is made of hatred. Why am I so tempted to click on it? Pain in the ass, but doable, okay. Oh, I was recalling the sound of your footsteps. While there were cliches, you sometimes made the results more exciting by acting in unexpected ways. Still, the endings were all the same, no matter how the process went. Do you want me to share some memories through a hologram? It's simply too good for me to watch alone. This here was you, in a mess, when there was no such thing as a cognition filter. I didn't know that a human's mental capacity could be so weak back then. You did all right the first couple of times. But then one day... Well, at that time, it was a little funny. I'm sorry. You made it so far, but you weren't able to escape from that absolutely useless sense of guilt and hung yourself. Well, you were stopped immediately, though. Then, at this time, you were not fully prepared. That's when I started to realize that it didn't matter if you were mentally whole or not. What mattered was that you needed to find realization about something to stop this endless cycle. Oh, at this time here, all of a sudden, you began apologizing to me. That was... I did not enjoy it. Are you starting to enjoy this? I would love to see more, but let's stop here for today. You might see something that you're not supposed to witness yet, if we continued. Quiet, isn't it? Take a good long look at this silence. The music didn't get to cue it first. It cut away as soon as he said that. That's so good. Manager, have you ever gotten up early to walk the streets at the crack of dawn? I think this moment right now is equivalent to that dawn in the outside world. The abnormalities are currently in torpor due to the heightening of the Quillpot's deterrence during off hours. Meanwhile, the employees are steeling themselves to when fate decides whatever will happen to them. Yeah, maybe the fate will decide they all walked in front of a worm that they were standing behind and kill 9 of them. I'm not bitter, I'm totally freaking bitter. When the level of deterrence is weakened, the powers of the suppressed origins will soon wake them. Always so hard to believe that a place as quiet as this will soon be engulfed by pandemonium. Oh, how nice it would be. Keep this tranquility. How many times do we have to fail? How much more must we be accustomed to the darkness to finally encounter the light? It's made from the same material as Grandpa's bed. Morning, Chesed, sir. Ah, yes. Good morning, buddy. Good luck with your duties, as always. Mr. Chesed, sir. I've been thinking, and I feel that I truly am lucky to be assigned to the welfare team. Just getting into Lobotomy Corporation was really competitive. Oh my god, people signed up for this crap! I forgot! But being assigned to this team, it's like a miracle. You know, brown nosing won't gain you anything. Just think of it as flattery, sir. There really is no one who cares more about their employees like you do, Chesed, sir. I mean, just look at the department on the other side of our layer. Nah, that's not necessarily true. I just want to say I appreciate you and the many things you do, sir. Sorry for keeping you so long. I'll be going now, Chesed, sir. Somewhere on the other side of the facility, Hod is screaming at all of these kind words being said. Aye, aye. Go get yourself ready for the day. For many days, I consoled myself by saying I wasn't doing that bad for a Sephiroth. I never put my employees on the verge of death like a certain red-clad Miss Someone did. I managed to be flexible with various situations most of the time. Getting mad at someone for breaking a rule or two, or agreeing with someone who claimed to make this place better. When I take a step back and look at it all, I just can't help but think. The point of it all. Of course, I hope to send them off in peace. They were just meant to die anyway. Meanwhile, I was hiding the biggest lie of all inside. And I've been playing the role of the good leader, knowing that it was all a falsehood. Lady Angela knew this too. She knew that I would never be the great man who'd expose every little secret of this place to the employees and try to overthrow the system and plot. Well, I mean, I just wanted to avoid pushing her buttons. Working as the head of the welfare department, I actually never cared about the welfare of our employees at all. So afraid. Angela stopped any seedling of doubt or inquiry about the nature of this place by killing off employees indirectly. Then I eventually decided to cover my eyes and ears. Help Lady Angela with her affairs without questioning them. Hey, Chesed! Got an emergency. You heard the status report, right? The abnormalities have gone out of control. I don't know what happened, but we need to retake control of the situation right now. I thought you didn't want to speak with me. What's gotten into you, Gebra? You're able to control the deterrents, aren't you? We need to increase the level of clip-off deterrents right now. Angela will call the rabbits if the rest of the abnormalities aren't suppressed. I want to wrap things up on my side of the facility. Gebra, no one's allowed to touch the controller of clip-off deterrents without Lady Angela's explicit approval. You know that. So you don't want to do it? You little coward! Do you really think you can just get over every situation by going through the motions? I hope you continue to rot until the day you die, succumbing to your fears like the servile bastard you are. Choke on those sugar-coated words your employees feed you. It's been quite a while since I've been grabbed by the collar. Yes, Ed? Knew I was coming, didn't you? Seems you know me all too well. Perhaps you are the one who understands me most among our Sephiroth. Speaking to clip off deterrence, Chess said. What do you have up your sleeves this time, ma'am? You want to ask for reasons again? After all this time? Gebra and the other employees are fighting right now. You know that, right? No, he had his hand on Grandpa's paper coffee cup. Indeed, Gebra is... Sorry, this is quite humorous to me. I didn't know you would talk about Gebra. You should know. You've seen her for yourself. Gebra has failed to control her enmity and has now lost her way. What I'm saying is, she is not fighting for some grand ideology. She should know best how she stands. Everyone has their own battle in this place. But I can't seem to shake off this feeling that I'm the only one who just observes the situation from afar, not taking any action. I thought you enjoyed those kinds of things, Chesshead. Taking in a cup of coffee, enjoying the peaceful day, listening to your classical music. I would think that I'm providing the right environment for you, no? It seems our conversation has run on longer than I expected. Let me tell you one last time. Lower the deterrents. Damn, Daniel, back at it again in that Lobotomy Corp. Alright, everyone. Let's make the best of today as always. Open the door. Your question marks. I don't know whose voice to give you. Who are you, ma'am? Your taste in music is rather... I think that's Angela. Your taste in music is rather classy. Quite different from mine, however. What the... Oh, no, that's not Gebra. That's not Angela. That's not Gebra. Wait. Hurry, caller. I apologize. I didn't think you would open the door for me, so I simply walked in. How did you get inside? Do I know you? I've arrived from the head. I was so desperately looking for you all. The reason why I came all the way here is, well, let's just say I showed up to play my favorite music. Excuse me, you there. Can you tell me the name of this fine gentleman? Daniel! Yes, deterrence is what keeps the abnormalities in check. His name's Daniel. Daniel, is it? That name carries much more with it than you merit. I would assume that you are the one in charge of this place. In that section where those monsters of yours are locked up. As you saw just a moment ago, it's nothing for me to open a locked door with my own power. I'm just being polite after all, asking you to open the doors. It's only fair, after all, you are the one in charge here. I urge you not to resist. Just listen to me. If you do so, a few of these people might be able to escape with their lives, no? It's easy to point the finger of blame at the betrayer. However, one never really knows what it feels like to be the target of such a thing until they've been in the shoes of that situation. Back then, chill had come over my entire body. The fear I'd never felt before. I'd faced numerous experiment-intended abnormalities, yet I'd never experienced my body being paralyzed and my blood curdling in such a way before. This is the head. Boss, enough with your orders. Don't try and make me justify my cowardly acts. I'm ashamed for consoling myself, saying there was nothing to be done after passing straight through the tunnel of defeat. I'm so struck with shame and grief, I can't bear it anymore. This body of mine is like a punishment for me, reminding me of my past. I can't even bleed from this body. I don't want to undertake dirty work for Angela's show, or be some puppet who gets praise and applause from everyone. Nor do I want to be your aide who can't do a single thing. All of this has been a series of shame for me. Manager, this shall be my rebellion against you and against Angela. I'm the only one who survived. Oh, different tone. I'm the only one who survived. Saying there was nothing I could do? I was too scared to bear it by myself? That I wanted to save at least a few of my co-workers? All those are meaningless excuses. I think I'm gonna die soon, too. The head is on its way to get you. I'll see you again in hell, sir? How is fear able to dominate the human mind? How many people would stick to their beliefs and morals if they were to come face to face with a true nightmare? The answers to those questions are why no one can blame Daniel's behavior. Truth be told, everything fell down the edge of the cliff the exact moment the head found us. So we hang up the intercom on him. Our last conversation came to an end with hopeless silence. Daniel, he was intelligent and held a high social position, and showed more finesse than anyone else in our research lab. He had an excellent reputation from the people who surrounded him. He had his sly yet charming smile and his humor. It would have been easy for him to get into any one of the wings with his skills and personality, but he chose us, not the wings. Though amazing he once was, there's no doubt he died in despair and regret, cursing his choice. Seeing the dead bodies of his co-workers strewn about in front of him, not even having the single comfort of knowing that it wasn't his fault. Unable to find any peace for his final rest. Oh man, I think we're getting 2 of these cutscenes then. Your collar does seem awfully familiar. Would you believe me if I said this was the less messed up of their games? Looking at the headstones in this place, are ya? Only natural to find them a spectacle to see. Used to be times where I spent the whole day reading all the meaningless letters written there. These are also coffins. They're death itself. They represent the possibilities birth can bring at the same time. I have been guarding their coffins for countless years, carrying out consecrations for those who do not even have the privilege to depart for an afterlife. That's one of the few things I do here. See, one spends a long enough time in this graveyard, you can hear the whispers of the dead. The sound of their words is black as pitch. Makes me feel as if I were being filled with a nebulous, murky water. You must be starting to get bored, seeing that your eyes are drifting about this place. It isn't often that I have guests here. I'd feel bad to only show you these gravestones. Did you call me Lady Bina? This employee once had his boundary collapsed. What's your name? It's Nathan. This man had the task of extracting ego. During extraction, he carelessly peeked into the well, but by luck he survived. To minimize the price he had to pay for looking into the well, he was given the maximum dose of enkephalin, and so he could barely return to work. However, once one looks through the crack of the boundary, they can never return to the world they belonged to before. Want to see something interesting? Nathan, can you describe what you saw to the manager? The scenery you witnessed with your own eyes, but had to forget at all costs? From within the tombstones, inside them are those who sleep are sunken deep. Those who are dreaming good dreams. At the same time, we call them the well in the speech of this place. We have to dredge them up and inject them. Cogito. Now remember, afterwards, what? What did you see? The man, that thing. Continue. The man, him, in the well. He passed out. Poor thing. Do not worry for him. He wouldn't last a single day with a mind as feeble as his is now. It's much more favorable to sit still and simply watch the grains fall as the sandcastle crumbles, rather than try to reclaim a collapsing castle. I've seen what that poor sap saw. Hundreds, no, thousands of times. Maybe more. You ask why I can retain enough sanity to have a friendly little conversation with you, until now. It's thanks to my mechanical body that I could just barely grasp onto my mind. Yes, this strong, unbending back of mine. However, did you forget that I originated from a human mind as well? If there's at least one thing that could be considered fortunate, it's that if I were ever to lose my sanity and ran amok through the facility, attempting to bring this entire place down along with you, she will be there to shut me off once more. But if that day truly were to come, I would prefer that you terminated me with your own hands, rather than her. It's the least you can do for a person as confined as I. Complete the day with at least one employee who has 4 or more ego gifts. You all might have noticed, we've never had this kind of situation before. Those monsters were supposed to be slumbering away, but now they woke up all of a sudden. There's no need to focus on what caused this. All that matters is that we solve the problem at hand. Let me add a few words before we jump into battle today. I don't need cowards in my department. You should not let complacency waver your mind when you confront these monsters. You must arm yourselves with anger and pure anger alone to crush the monstrous bastards. If you object to any of this, I suggest you transfer departments immediately. I won't squeeze out a tear and mourn over you perishing without even your name being left behind. If you want your body and mind to stay comfortable, I'll kindly drag your ass over to the pathetic welfare team so you can chicken scratch your dishonorable name on the waiting list for department transfers. There's good reason why my department has far fewer employees than any other. However, I want you to keep in mind that this also means only the best have gathered here. Meeting over. We'll talk more when the situation's been sorted out. Miss Gebra, I think your mainframe has sustained too much damage. Maybe we should suspend the suppression operation for now? Tifereth is investigating the cause of the situation right now, so we should be able to figure it out pretty soon. I don't need a break. I can still fight. But in your condition... Shut up! I said I can still fight! Don't worry about it. 31 ego damaged, 17 employees dead and counting, and your body needs 5 or 6 parts replaced and repaired. Not thrilling to look after a machine who behaves like a child in a temper tantrum. However, the Sephiroth of the middle layer apparently could not keep you on a leash, so here I am. You. Oh, poor little thing, look at yourself. There was a time where I had a pinch of admiration for that fire in your eyes, but now even that is smothered with ire and madness. Such a shame that both of us are locked up in this dungeon. However, I did not bend over or break my back at the very least. I imagine we will no longer have to face off with our lives at stake and be at each other's throats like in the past, but I will say this for you, pitiful little thing. Stare directly into the object of your anger. The edge of a blade that has lost its way will be unfathomably blunt. There will be nothing but the void to slash, no matter how much the blade is sharpened. I hope you don't think I get some kind of satisfaction out of this, seeing my once earnest rival now looking as pathetic as a dog. Of decency, you know. Cutting, slashing, throttling, trampling, destroying! Sometimes I remember the faces of those who showed me true kindness. If I could just get the smallest taste of revenge upon those monsters who stole their smiles, their happiness, their future. My sword and spear would never stop their flurry. I see people dying in my blurred vision. They're always torn apart by monsters. Those dying faces differ from time to time. Sometimes they're strangers, sometimes ones I dearly miss, and sometimes I see Christopher, Miss Isabel, whoever they were, filled with agony for them. Looking at my paralyzed leg and severed arm, I scream and curse my weak body in a fit of rage. Then I black out. I'm so sick of this darkness. I think we're at the part of the end game where the containment has really stopped happening. It is impossible to fight with such low manpower. I cannot approve your proposal. Instead, the place is basically overrun in all but name. Please reconsider. Why should I approve an operation that would so clearly end in failure? If manpower is the issue, I can make up for it. If they're too weak, I can make up for that too. There's nothing in the rules against a Sephiroth utilizing Ego 2. Welcome back, Clever. If you so wish, then I won't stop you. Familiar grip, the right weight, and a practiced form. Ooh, how's the homework going? This feeling is so distinct that it pulls me right back on the right path, away from straying to wander, just like a road sign. Yes, I do. Hit me. I completely lose track of time when I wield my weapons. Kind of funny to see Tifereth and Chesshead with bewildered faces when they witness me return from battle covered in blood. Ooh, good luck with those. Hopefully they go well for you. No matter how hard I stab and break those monsters, they'll recover sooner or later. Some of them will wail, others will scream. In battle, I also fracture and break some of my components, but those are soon replaced and repaired. A perfect little hell, just for me. Missing your arm? Here it is! Think of it as a respectful gesture to a fellow warrior to leave you with one of your arms intact. I doubt she expected this. The tragedy she would bring here, caused by this oh-so-great ideology of hers. I don't know if it'll ease your pain, but this happens quite often. More often than you may think. This is no less common than, say, a little seedling getting trampled to death. I must admit that you're quite the tough sprout, however. You even managed to thwart my plans a little. I never expected you would kill 2 claws, stop all of the monsters, and finally come to face me and give me a fair fight. By the way, about those monsters, I cannot deny that they're astonishing things. Even after plowing through a hallway of your friends, they never softened nor tired. Seems you aren't much different from them, now that I ponder on it. Well, alright then. You can still manage to hold a weapon and stand up with your own 2 feet, then come. Come at me. I will not be broken. I can't get rid of these damn monsters. I'll destroy the whole company myself instead. Then finally my aimless wrath can crumble with it and rest beneath the earth forever. Among the many fixers at the back streets, she was one of the— okay, this is absolutely pre-robotization Bina. Among the many fixers of the back streets, she was one of the few who could go toe-to-toe with the head and the claw. She was called the Red Mist among the back streets denizens. That was a name she earned protecting us from all kinds of threats and maneuvers of the outside. The Shell's betrayal led the Eye to the den we hid in, and then the head mercilessly threw their claws at us. Instead of dealing with the red mist directly, the ever-cunning head unleashed the unstable abnormalities just to slaughter us. The abnormalities were out of control, tearing apart our comrades as they screamed in agony. All the while, the claws sniffed out their prey and snatched it. The whole situation was beyond what she could handle by herself, but she gave it everything she had to protect us. She lost an eye, an arm was severed, and she had numerous deep scars over her body that she could no longer heal from. Yet she didn't give up, and eventually, her efforts saved Bianai from death. The cadaver demonstrated the horrendous, unbearable situation she went through. After a long time had passed, her eyes opened again. However, her anger that had lost its focus dragged her down, deep to the bottom. We had to reboot her many, many times. We did it! We escaped the cutscene zone! Good job, guys. We survived. Also, so you have to prove that every number is equal to a number as long as that number plus 1 is simultaneously smaller than the other number plus 1. And you have a ton of you have a limited supply of axioms you can apply to prove that. Not gonna lie, I do not have the head for... Which one's purple and which one's white? Prudence is purple and temperance is white? Yeah, this is the brain symbol. Where's temperance red? I don't remember what the stats are off the top of my head. It's all gray to you. Hello, Desix. Nice to see ya. Yeah, like, I do not have the head for math at that level. But awesome job tackling it all. Like, I imagine there's almost a level of fascination that comes once you get to the point where, you know, you're actually seeing how it all unfolds instead of just... Yeah, fortitude was red, temperance is black. We're boosting prudence, more sanity for us. That is true. That is very true. So now we have 3 core suppressions we can choose between. So we actually could do another one if we wanted to. We have 62 lob points to spend, and hoo boy, we're going to need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're gonna have to buy 11 employees, but we're all caught up on ego gear at least. Oh, so this isn't just math. This isn't just the logic behind math. This is literally using the minimum possible logic to prove that that math is math. That is crazy, and I wish you the best of luck at that. It's a little too late at night for a raid, but in 2 weeks' time, we are gonna be picking up on all of this. First order of business, buying a shit ton of employees. Second order of business, either we do another mission for Bina, or we take on a core suppression. All of our remaining employees have made it through the Crucible at level 5, with the sole exception of Angelina, and she'll get there soon. We just gotta get her in a good training situation. Like, if I can already make a quick substitution, there we go. We have a lot of employees we're gonna need to hire, a lot of stats we're gonna need to boost, but we have a lot of lob points and nothing to do with them. I think we can survive Tiferet's suppression, because we can count on this little beauty right here that we've never even used, the backward clock. All we gotta do is juice it up enough, or we can basically clear out an entire encounter. So we can use that to get rid of another midnight so we don't have to deal with it again. I don't know what the welfare team suppression is like. But I do know that the disciplinary team suppression is probably going to be fighting, and I don't want to mess with fighting. I hear it's cheesable, but at the same time, cheese is kind of lame, and it's not like we can get into the end game anyway. So it might actually be better to prioritize doing missions for Bina and Hakma instead. Because we can just do those days nice and easy, and we don't really lose any progress. Because it's not like we're gonna be making it to the end game anyway. So in another sense, there's kind of no reason to not do an early reset. But at the same time, I don't know. There's a part of me that has that pride, and there's a part of me that also really just wants to check these off. You do keep progress in a reset, but the thing is, it's not like doing all of these core suppressions will get me to the end game faster. I'm still going to have to take X amount of days to get to the end game. So it's not like I won't have to either confront these along the way, or still do an equivalent number of days. It is less for me to worry about, but that kind of strategizing, we're getting into some big brain stuff, and it's too late at night for big brain stuff. Thank you guys so much for rolling with me on all of this. Lobotomy Corp can be a lot sometimes. We're gonna be cooling down with some Kirby on Saturday, so hopefully I'll see you guys there for it. In the meantime, good night and have a great day. I say as if there isn't like, what, 30 minutes left in this 30 minutes left in this day? Yeah, we're kind of out of great day territory now, but either way, rest well, okay everyone? I'll see y'all later.